Hi there, this is Amanda, and this is just a quick short video to explain to you how you can add multiple variations of items to a buy it now listing. It's important to remember that you can't do a multi-variation listing for an auction listing. You can only do this with buy it now. So the first thing you need to do is go to the sell section on the home page once you've logged in, and click on sell an item, which will then take you through to the page that you need, the usual page that you need to start listing your item. Now you need to choose the advanced sell your item form just here, and I'm going to just enter some random keywords in here so that I can give you an example here. Now, so you can see that my wedge shoes are the keywords that I've input, and eBay have offered me a list of categories where I might like to advertise my wedge shoes. So you can either choose one of these or you can browse categories by clicking on this link here. But as this is just an example, I'm going to choose women's shoes and I'm going to choose heels. And then I'm going to click continue. Now this is where the multiple variation section first happens, so you've got to be careful you don't just close that down and ignore it, because you need this. So if I'm selling wedge shoes and I have variations, i.e. I have them in different sizes and different colours, then it's useful for me to be able to list them all on one buy it now listing rather than listing them separately, each on their own buy it now listing. Firstly, it's going to save me money, and secondly, it's going to mean that people only have to find one listing to find exactly what they want from me. So as long as you list your colours and your sizes, then potential buyers aren't going to need to hit the back button and go off searching somewhere else or go through all your other listings. It's all right there in front of them right now, making it much easier for them to buy. So when this pop-up box pops up, if you want to include variations in your listing, you need to make sure you choose the yes radio button. And don't ask me this question again unless you're never going to use multiple variations again, because it is handy as a reminder that it pops up automatically and you don't have to go searching for it. So I'm going to click continue, and this will then take me through to the next section. Now these are all bits of information that will vary according to the product you're actually going to list. In this example we're talking about shoes, so we've got shoe size, we've got EU shoe size, which is also very handy to have, and we've got colour, material, heel height and exact heel height. Now all you need to do is select and then add the details for your particular variations, and then eBay will collate them all and put them into the listing for you. So for example, we might want shoe size. So here you can just click down and we can say that it's a UK 7, for example. And we can then add what other sizes we've got as well. So maybe we've got a 6.5. And if we want to add more, you just keep adding that plus symbol. We've got a size 2, and let's do one more. We have a size 4. So those are all my shoe sizes that I've got available to start with. Then you can add colours. So again, just click on the little plus sign up here in the list. You don't have to use all of these. You can use whichever variations you want to. And so in the colours, you then just click on the arrow and you can choose. Let's say we've got these wedges in blue, we've got them in brown, and I might want to add another colour as well. So again, just click the drop down menu. Let's have some green ones. And then go back again and choose the whatever else you want. So upper material or the heel height, whatever applies to your particular product. Once you've done that, you click continue, and that will take you through to the next stage. Here you fill in, it's all very self-explanatory. You fill in the brand if there is one, you fill in the style if there is one. the EU shoe size and the upper material and the heel type and the heel height are coming up here because we didn't fill them in the previous section. So if you fill them in there, they won't appear here. The EU shoe size obviously is going to be different for each variation, and so it's important that you either remove it completely, which you can do just by clicking remove, or you fill it in that section I've just been through. The upper material is probably going to be the same for each of your variations, so you can fill that in here. The heel type is probably going to be the same as well, and the heel height is likely to be the same for this particular example. So you can fill those in as a kind of generic specific, rather than having to do them all separately. And then all you need to do after that, oh, I'm going to have to fill a brand in here because otherwise it's not going to let me move on. So I'm just going to choose, what shall I choose? Let's just choose the top one. Let's choose new look just for argument's sake. And then we can click continue. And what you'll see then is you'll be able to review your variations, and so you'll see a list of everything that you added on those previous pages. So you can see here that I've got the 4 different sizes that I put in: the 7s, the 6.5, the 2s and the 4s, and we've also got each of those in those colours that I chose as well: blue, brown, green, blue, brown, green, blue, brown, green, and so on. So as you can see, it's very, very simple to understand this, okay? All you need to do is just check those and remove any that you don't want, and then click continue. And this is where you will start adding your photographs to show your variations. So you can add 12 pictures here, and what I would recommend that you do here is add a picture of each different coloured shoe. Obviously you don't have to add pictures of all different sizes, literally just the colours, so that potential buyers have a good idea of what it is they're actually buying. That's very, very important. And then you can actually, when you've added a picture, if that is specific to a size or a colour, then you can select that from the menu there. Now then you can add a particular variation picture for each of your different sizes. So again, it's very straightforward. Just follow the instructions on screen and add the pictures where you would like to add the pictures. Now it may not let me go any further because I haven't had any pictures, but I'm going to try. Yep, oh, it has. Good. Okay, what you'll see then is the spaces where you need to enter the price and the quantity for each variation. Again, very straightforward. Literally enter in the box how many you have of the item, that goes in the quantity, and the price per item, and that goes in that section. So actually what you can do is, if your blue shoes are more expensive than your brown shoes, for example, then you can have 2 different prices here. And obviously if you've got 10 pairs of blue shoes, then you would put 10 in there. If you only have 2 pairs of brown shoes, then you would put 2 in there. So you can really, really drill right down to proper specifics as you kind of go through this. Now if your items are all the same price, one easy way of getting the price into each of these boxes without having to retype it all the time is literally just to click this box here, which will then tick all of the boxes going all the way up, and click enter price, and then let's just say, for example, these are $9.99, and click save, and that will enter $9.99 into each of these boxes. Again, if you have the same quantity of all of these items, you can click enter quality. Let's say we've got 10 of each, enter number 10, click save, and that will enter 10 into each of these boxes. It's only if you have different prices and different quantities that you need to go through each of these individually. So that's a really good time saver there. So don't forget to tick the box and then tick either enter price or enter quantity. Now if you do go wrong at any point, you can click edit variations, or you can click edit pictures, and you can go back and change anything that you need to do. All you need to do then is, assuming that everything you've input you're happy with and it's correct so far, is click save, and that will then take us on to the next page, which you'll recognize as the usual page that you would see if you weren't doing a multiple variation listing. It would this is the same page that you would get if you're just selling one item on a buy it now or an auction. So this is where you add your title, your subtitle, the condition of the item, and of course you add in your description down here within the box. So that's it. It's very straightforward, and as I say, if you leave the pop-up box working, every time you do go to list an item, you will be asked whether you want to create a multi-variation listing, which is a great reminder. It will remind you that you can do it this way and save on your fees and get everything all on one listing.